Let's go. Starting there with AB Boxing News. I'm here with one of the best fighters in their weight class, Ronny Rios. What's going on, champ? How's everything?
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. That little introduction. I appreciate it so much. And I'm doing good, man. Thank you.
Hey, I want to also start by saying that, hopefully your family and yourself are doing well and healthy, especially during these tough times during this pandemic era. Before we start talking about your fight, I kind of want to ask you, what has been the transition, or not transition, but more like what have you learned about yourself during this, pandemic eras, from what was it, from like early March to now? Like, did you find something new about yourself during that time?
I didn't. Actually, I kind of did in the sense where like missing boxing, man. Obviously, I've always been hungry, but it's just I'm hungrier now as where I was before, just because I miss it. Like I was thinking we did a face off earlier on Zoom, and I remember like face office, press conferences, all these. I used to get nervous before, and now it's just like I enjoy it because I know that it's getting closer to the fight, and that's what I've been looking forward to. I'm not even looking forward to the weightings, to be honest with you, man, because my weight is good. I'm looking forward to the actual fight when I'm stepping in, right before the bell to start the fight. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Mm, I would agree with you too, because even me as a media member, I do miss that, not to say face to face, but that social aspect in person. I think that's one thing that as individuals we're missing, right? Um,
Yeah.
Even with the fight, a great fight. You're taking on Oscar Negrete, who I think his last five fights, I know there's been a fight of the year candidate with Joshua Franco. I said it on Instagram Live. I mean, on Instagram post. I said your fight with him is for me fight of the year already.
Thank you.
Do you feel
Thank
like
you.
that?
I know a lot of people are building it up to that, but honestly, I'm not gonna be suckered into doing that. I got a game plan, man, and I gotta go out there and I gotta execute that game plan. Like I keep telling everybody keeps asking me, oh, how are you playing towards this fight? Honestly, I'll be 100% honest with you, Gustavo. I'm not focused on on what he's gonna do, his strengths. I'm focused on my weaknesses and what I need to get better. Because at the end of the day, I saw the Diego fight countless times, and I just keep picking up mistakes that I've made. It's not even like, oh, that's why I'm knocking down. It's not even that. It's just mistakes that I made and mistakes that I've continued to do. Where now I'm finally fixing them. That to me, I just want to execute the perfect game plan.
Mm. Just in retrospect, we go back a little bit with Diego De La Hoya. I think going to that fight, a lot of fans would say that they had Diego winning, and then you pull the upset. I know you mentioned about that you looked at the fight countless times. That you want to fix your mistakes, but even in that fight, I did see a lot of like changes where I'm like, wow, like Ronnie is really like disciplined. Like he's in it to win it. So do you feel like that fight itself gave you these opportunities where you are now, and eventually a crack at another world title shot?
Mm,
Yeah. Hold up, guys. Oh, okay.
Hello.
Yeah,
Sorry about that, bro. I got a car.
that's all
Sorry.
right.
Can you repeat that again?
So I was saying that the victory over Diego De La Hoya, like I'm assuming it helped you to be with, like on another card like this, right? You're fighting Oscar Negrete. Winning this fight will eventually get you to another world title shot. Would you agree with that? How has that fight helped you currently at this stage of your career in terms of the win?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. No, it's because I couldn't hear you. It was me. Okay. To be honest with you, ever since I came back after the Azal fight, not just the Diego fight, even the fight at the Forum, the fight after Diego, I just wanna improve myself, man. I just wanna get to as close as possible as I can say, oh, that was a perfect performance, oh, that was a good performance. There's no such thing as a perfect performance, but I just want to go out there and like, man, that was a hell of a performance. And obviously, with Negrete, it's gonna be very interesting because he comes to fight, and obviously, that's what I want. I want him to come to fight. And it's just right now we're 3 weeks away. I feel like I'm ready to go now, but my condition is good. I just gotta go out there and do some minor adjustments because obviously I don't want to be vanilla in the ring. I want to be able to do different stuff. I want to be able to capitalize on certain mistakes that I know he makes and stuff like that. So I just want to get better. I'm not looking past Negrete. I'm not looking at any world title. I'm not looking at nothing. My priority right now is Negrete.
There you go. You said a great word. You said about capitalizing, right? And when I think about yourself, I think about Golden Boy, right? And right now, Golden Boy is missing that what quote unquote their golden goose, right? That superstar. Recently with Canelo leaving Golden Boy, so that leaves somebody like yourself or any other fighters on Golden Boy to fill up that spot. Do you? I always said this with Golden Boy. I feel like they should invest more on their fighters like yourself, the Jojo Diaz, your brother Rocha, like so then you guys could become, the next superstars of boxing. Do you feel like this is the right time where you could establish yourself as one of the biggest stars in boxing, champ?
I mean, the opportunity is always there. We
Yeah.
all have opportunities. To some people, it might seem like they pay more attention to other ones, but the opportunities are there for me, for Rocha, for Jojo. It's just we have to go out there and execute. After the Diego fight, they kept talking about me, which is good, but it's giving me a better platform to perform, and that's all I want, man. I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, I want attention," because at the end of the day, I feel like I am getting attention from Golden Boy. I like Golden Boy. They've been nothing but good to me, and I just plan on taking this opportunity that they're giving me and running with it, man.
Okay. I've talked to a lot of fighters, even when they were fighting in the COVID era. Would you say that, from what I'm hearing, the event that you're fighting in is behind closed doors, no fans? Are you gonna miss that aspect of a boxing event with no fans? Because some people would say it's almost like a sparring session. In other words,
Yeah, yeah. I
what do
mean,
you?
I've been hearing it too, but to be honest with you, like my coach was telling me, oh, it's a whole different experience because Alexis fought,
Mm,
but it is what it is, man. It doesn't matter. I just want to come back into the ring, and I know it's kind of selfish, but at the same time, it's like I just missed the glove up. I missed the warming up. I missed the coming out. And fans or no fans, people are still gonna be tuning in, so people will still be watching. It's still win or lose, it's still gonna go on your record. So I'm not gonna go in there and be like, oh man, it's gonna feel different. Win or lose, it's gonna be on your record. So to me, fans or no fans, it doesn't matter, man. I got to go out there and I got to execute the game plan that we have in front of us. We have more than one game plan, as a matter of fact.
and that's great. Like I said, I really I'm excited, and like the fact that I seen it, like they posted up yesterday. I was like, oh, this is a great fight. Like overall, I think great fight with both of you guys. I think for a stacked card like that, I think is well needed. I do want to transition to another topic. They also announced on the zone Chocolatito and Gallo Estrada part
Mm.
two. What's your take on that fight, and who do you think who you got winning in that fight?
I think honestly, it's kind of hard for me to say because you never know with time. And I know Chocolatito has been inactive for a while, from my understanding. So I don't know how it could help him and it could go against him. I don't know. I am going to spar with them next week. So
Nice.
I'll find out. Yeah, I'll find out next week to see. So yeah, like I said, man, somebody with that many fights, with that much experience, they have a lot of experience. And to me, experience is worth a lot more than than so many different what so many other fighters bring to the table. Like somebody been super fast, but when they get hit, that goes out the window because they're not experienced. So it's just the mindset of a fighter. Chocolatito, he's been knocked out. He's had countless titles in different weight classes, so he has a lot of experience. At one point, I remember he was the best pound for pound fighter, and at one point, I remember Floyd Mayweather said that was his favorite fighter to watch.
Mm,
So, like I said, experience. I just don't know. Is he hungry? Is he gonna come and try to regain that passion, the what he had in the past, or is he just coming for a payday? It's hard to say when you don't know a fighter. I'll find out next week when I spar him. I'm like, all right, this guy puts it together. This guy, his will is there. So, like I said, there's just so many different aspects going into a fight where people be like, oh, who do you have winning? It's just you just gotta see both sides of the
yeah,
story.
yeah. I think
Yeah,
you
there's
make it.
always two sides.
Yeah, I think you make a great point because for me, when I look at that fight, I look at age and also, like you said, hunger. Chocolatito for me, he really surprised me when he fought Kid Galahad. I think like I didn't expect that Chocolatito, so I was like, if I see this same Chocolatito, like he might give Gallo Estrada a run for his money. And look, I look at Estrada when he fought Sergio Revisai, excellent performance. I'm like, wow, like Estrada, like is hungry. He wants to be world champ. Like, he's fighting to be world champion. So for me, it's an even fight between those two.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Also,
there's also two for Estrada. Let's just say Estrada, he's going to fight. Chocolatito's older. He's been beaten up. He's probably taking money. We don't know. I mean, I don't know him personally, so I can't say, oh, he's training his ass off, or man, he's slacking off. We don't know. Perfect example was Ruiz versus um, part two. Ruiz versus what's it called?
oh, Joshua.
Yeah, Joshua part two. That's what I mean. It's like everybody thought Ruiz was gonna knock him out, but you know, look at
Yeah.
the outcome.
Yeah, the other man made the right adjustments to win the fight. Definitely correct. I wanted to ask you in regards to your promoter, right? Oscar, Oscar is the promoter for Golden Boy, right? He's talking about coming back for a return. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
he's mentioned Triple G. He's mentioned other names. Like, I'm pretty sure you grew up watching Oscar De La Hoya before he became a pro. What, like, would you like to see that him come back? Not necessarily Triple G, but just him coming back in the ring, or more like, instead of professional settings, would you like him in an exhibition where, like, let's say for example, uh Trinidad, part two, right?
A very good one. A very good one. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him just because it's Oscar De La Hoya. If let's just say he is hungry and he does take this serious, what if he comes back and he looks sharp? Like you
Yeah.
never know. Um, George Foreman, perfect example, came back at what was it like in his 40s, late 40s, and he won the world title. So, like I said, I don't know. I
So
would like to see it though.
so you give him, do you not, I know you just mentioned you like to see him back, but does he have a good chance to compete with these young lions of today? Like if he was to compete at 54 or 60 or even 68, like, do you give him a good chance, or only a selected few fighters he has a chance of beating based on, you know, his age and whatnot?
Honestly, I'll be honest with you. Delia, he's always been a great fighter. From what I've heard, he's always the hardest working guy in the gym.
Yeah.
There's just one thing that me, as somebody that knows the sport of boxing, would have to say is how it is his body gonna function after those years off. And obviously, everybody knows he had an addiction. So how is his body gonna reaction after that? How is his speed gonna be there? How is his conditioning gonna be there? How is his mindset gonna be there? That's just one thing that he probably knows because he's probably already sparring. And if he's doing a good job, then I would say, hell, keep going at it, man.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, before we let you go, champ, I know that a lot of fans look up to you. If you could just give any words of encouragement for anybody that is going through tough times, especially during this COVID-19 era, what would you say to them if they were watching
Um,
now?
I would say not just any fighter, but anybody in general that's going through a tough time. And this, I remember, I'm gonna have to relate to this question. I remember when I kind of stopped fighting for a while. Me and my wife, we were struggling, like we were freaking, like it was so stressful. And I can only imagine that's what people are feeling at the moment. I remember I was just so stressed. I feel like I lost years off my life for that. I remember my coach kept telling me, "Don't worry about it. Just keep working. There's a light at the end of the tunnel." And at the time when they tell you, you don't believe it. You're like, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm freaking, I have it up to here with bills and stuff like that. And he was right. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Just keep, obviously, you have to sacrifice and just keep working hard and you'll get there.
Yeah, that's definitely right. And like I said, before we let you go, happy birthday again, man. I know it's like a birthday like no other, right? Because it is your birthday, but you can't really enjoy. I mean, you can still enjoy it, but because you have a fight, you have to focus on the mission and task, right?
Yeah.
So, like I said, blessings to you and your family. I hope that your birthday is spent well and to the best as possible. And I know you're going to continue training hard. Like I said, hope all goes well on your fight, and we go from there, champ. And
Thank
thank you.
you, man. I appreciate it. And it's funny that you say that because today I woke up in the morning and my little man was next to me and he's like, oh, and I was like, it's my birthday. He's like, oh, dad, it's your birthday? And I was like, and it was just me and him. I was like, yeah, it's my birthday. He said, oh, happy birthday. And then like I hugged him and I picked him up and I was like, you know what? I was like, I know I know people want so many different things, materialistic things. They want to be out and about. And I told him, I was like, you know what, man? I was like, the only thing, you're the best birthday present I could ever receive. My family, I don't mean make other people sound bad, but my family's healthy, we're safe, and if people, because I know a lot of people have lost somebody, my heart
Yeah,
goes out to them. It really does. I'm sorry for your loss, and there's a light at the end of the tunnel, guys. We can get through this together.
yeah, that's definitely right. Like I said, you're right in the money. And like I said, man, we'll keep in touch, bro. And like I said, I can't wait to see that fight on the zone, brother.
Thank you, man.
All right,
Appreciate it, man.
bro. We'll talk soon, champ.
All right, man. You have a nice day, man.
You too.
Bye.
All right.